The busy holiday season is the most important time of the year for retailers, but unfortunately, in the past couple of years, we've seen an uptick in retail crime, especially theft, and that's put retailers on edge. According to the Retail Industry Leaders Association, organized retail crime costs retailers over $69 billion every year, and that's causing the loss of thousands of jobs through store closures and also reduced hours. So, with me to talk a little bit more about this, Mike Shore, the Vice President and General Manager of Enterprise at Axon, and Khris Hamlin, the Vice President of Asset Protection of the Retail Industry Leaders Association. So a very important issue here. I work in New York. Live in New York. I've seen, kind of how the retailers respond to this. What are some of the recent statistics on retail theft in the U.S.?
Before we talk about those statistics there, when you think about retail theft in the United States, it really situates on two major issues. One, these criminal actors, they look at their offenses as low risk and high reward, and that has really kind of piqued the smash and grab activities that we see out there, those high violent criminal offenses that are out there, and just these habitual offenders, plaguing the retail industry. Second to that, it comes back on to when we came out of the pandemic, the average consumer got very comfortable shopping online, and so when you think about it, these criminal actors are exploiting those online marketplaces. They are making it very easy, or it's been very easy for them to be able to sell counterfeit goods and stolen goods to the average and unknowing consumer that's out there, that's really kind of spearheaded this trend of these violent offenses that are happening across the retail industry.
Yeah, interesting. And tell us about this study that Axon just recently conducted. What were the key takeaways there?
Yep. And so we knew we needed to really understand with the data what was going on here and what we're hearing and what we're feeling. But what we did is we conducted a survey to 1,200 retail associates that represent a population of 21 million workers in retail. And what we found was pretty disturbing. 2/3 of these folks have experienced firsthand theft. Half of them have experienced workplace violence. And that's just way too high. Put simply, these workers do not feel safe going to their jobs every day. And this is something that we've got to address.
Yeah, no, it's a bad situation. What do security professionals say should be done?
Security professionals traditionally have used merchandise securing devices or increased their on-hand personnel throughout the stores. But really where they're leaning into now is a multi-pronged approach. They're looking at ways to be able to accelerate collaboration, build on partnerships, and really leverage technology at addressing these issues. At RELA, we launched our Vibrant Communities initiative this past summer. And the goal of Vibrant Communities is to end recidivism, looking at ways to go after these habitual offenders, turning it away from being a low risk to being a high risk, low reward type of environment for these criminal actors. And the goal is addressing those concerns, leveraging partnerships with prosecutors and law enforcement, and leveraging technology to tie all these things together so the prosecutors have a stronger case to be able to deal with those habitual offenders that are plaguing the retail industry.
Interesting. And what about technology? Is there anything that law enforcement could apply to retail in the field of technology?
Sure, and that's where Axon comes into the picture. So we've been providing public safety technology for over 30 years for deterrence and de-escalation. Post-COVID, we started to get a bunch of inquiries from retailers saying, hey, Axon, some of the products that you've built help with these frontline challenges, really talking about our electrical weapon, the taser, as well as our body-worn cameras powered by our software, Evidence.com. You've started to see security personnel deploy both of these, as well as accelerated adoption by other employees in retail, such as frontline associates, asset protection managers, loss prevention leaders with body-worn cameras and Evidence.com. Evidence.com is our software that every single major city in the U.S. is using. And so the benefits of body-worn cameras to retail are threefold. So first off, deterring and de-escalating threats. If you know a store is properly equipped and enabled with this technology, they're a less attractive target. During an incident, being able to understand in real time what's going on and be situationally aware with audio and video, and being able to share that to your security personnel, to law enforcement, or maybe send the appropriate response, which may be a social services worker. And then finally, being able to package and investigate these cases, share it on with law enforcement and DAs all the way through adjudication on Evidence.com, where they're already working. And so we're seeing a tremendous benefit from the retailers that are deploying this technology. And when Khris talks about public and private collaboration, folks are really working together now on the same platform to the benefit of really addressing these workplace crime challenges.
Where can someone go, either a customer or a retailer, to find out more information?
Of course, for RILA, to learn more about RILA or the Vibrant Communities Initiative, you can go to RILA.org/AP. And I'd urge you to spend some time, learn about Vibrant Communities and what it could do within your local community.
And for Axon, you can check out axon.com/retail, and you'll find our comprehensive resources specifically designed for retailers.
Okay, Mike and Khris, thank you so much for joining me on this important topic.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.